Yay. All right, now 23 minutes before 11 o'clock. I hate to tell you this. I know you don't want to hear this, but Congressman Nugent has not called in. So the phone lines are open. You know what I want to do? I want to look at tomorrow's elections. We have, in the primary tomorrow, we do have, hold on, where's my sample ballot over here? We have Jake Rush and Ted Yoho running against each other for the District 3. And that wouldn't be, is that the end of that one? There's no Democrats running?
Oh, it might be the end then.
So, where are you? I don't hear you.
It might be the end then if it's only one.
And then Thilo and Glow Smith, also Republicans, running against each other for District 5.
Yeah.
So if any of you, again, we'll kind of do what we did before. If you want to endorse one of those candidates, we are looking forward to hearing from you. I wanted to share with you something. I was going to share it with Congressman Nugent, but he hasn't called in. He still might. We're keeping an eye on the phone.
Yeah.
The Congress is on vacation right now.
Yeah. So. He has no reason not to call in. They're not there.
Anyway, there was an article in Forbes, on the Forbes website. The latest Zogby analysis in a poll shows that neither party, Republican or Democrat, has much to brag about heading into the congressional elections. The poll of 1,223 likely voters nationwide indicates that if the election were held today, more voters would choose the Democratic candidate in their district than the Republican by a margin of 39%.
Wow. Isn't that something?
Democrats outscore Republicans among both men and women, among all age groups except those over 65.
I wouldn't have thought that.
And they break them down into every category. Catholics, NASCAR fans. Can you believe that?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So this is going to be an interesting vote tomorrow. We'll have to see what happens,
Yeah.
And Congressman Nugent is not part of this tomorrow because he is not running for re-election tomorrow.
Right.
Right. So let's see if we can find out something about Ted Yoho. I don't really want to be talking from a point of view of being endorsing or not endorsing anybody.
Yeah.
I hate to be doing that to you, but not the day before an election. But you are invited to do that. You are invited to do what I don't want to do.
Yep, you can form your own opinion and call in.
No. Yeah, I wanted you to share it with me.
Tell me
who you are voting for. Well, you don't have to tell me who you're voting for. Well, I guess we could figure that out. But I mean, why would you vote for one guy over another? And convince me, maybe I'm going to vote in the Republican primary tomorrow.
Yep.
Should we keep Yoho in, or should Jake Rush get in? Right. Mm-hmm. And between Glow Smith and Thilo.
Yeah.
Also known as Twilo. Right. And then in the governor's race, of course, as we know, the two ladies versus Rick Scott. Mm-hmm. Elizabeth and Yinka.
Yes.
So I can say their first names: Yinka, Elizabeth, and Rick. Mm-hmm. The race that seems to be important to a lot of local voters is the county commissioner race.
Oh, yeah.
Glenn Fiorello, of course, an alumni, I guess you would say, of the county commission from back in the 80s. Carl Zalak, kind of a newcomer. Both guys very intelligent guys, both with some good ideas, and nobody has been mudslinging this time around.
No, thank goodness.
Except for the two governor candidates.
Yeah. I don't like the mudslinging. Just tell us all your good attributes and forget about smearing the other guy.
On the school board, you have a couple of incumbents that are being challenged by 3 people each. Bobby James has a lady and 2 guys trying to get his seat.
Yep.
And Angie Boynton has 2 ladies and a guy trying to get her seat, right?
Yep.
And then there's a few others here, but...
And the school board members and the county, the people that are running for county commission have been doing a good job this time around because they have been popping up in different county forums, from the League of Women Voters to the public library. They've been invited a lot of places to speak, together. So that has really given the voter another opportunity to hear exactly what they have to say without reading it in print.
So as we mentioned earlier, tomorrow there are the 3 states that are the the biggest ones to look at, I guess, tomorrow are our state, Florida, Vermont, and Arizona. Also in Oklahoma, their 5th U.S. district will hold a runoff to determine the Republican nominee to succeed outgoing Representative James Lankford.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Arizona, they say it's anyone's game with Republican Jan Brewer stepping down after 6 years as governor of that state.
Yeah, she'll be missed, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
It's a 6-candidate race for the Republican nomination. And of course, the general election later on. Mesa Mayor Scott Smith has the backing of Jan Brewer. So if you're keeping an eye on the national scene, you might want to pay attention to that one. Jan Brewer, Scott Smith is a national figure known for both clashing with the Obama administration on illegal immigration and supporting Medicaid expansion. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the Brewer's description. Tea Party conservatives such as Senator Ted Cruz, Sarah Palin, and the 60-plus Seniors Association and more establishment figures such as the Arizona Chamber of Commerce are behind State Treasurer Doug Ducey in that race. So some heavy hitters supporting Doug Ducey.
Yeah, even though some people don't like Sarah Palin, she's still out there in the public eye giving her opinion.
Those who are analyzing this state, Florida, say that Governor Rick Scott will emerge as the candidate for re-nomination in the Republican Party. The two ladies who we've mentioned a few times, they do not think will get a big turnout. But see, this is the thing about the primaries. The primaries are not usually the popular election.
No.
Usually the primaries are the people who show up to vote on the primary day are the ones who really pay attention. It's the news
and
talk.
really care.
It's the news talk listeners. I mean, really, if you were to categorize the folks who will be voting tomorrow, it's the folks who listen to news talk radio.
Yeah, because they really care to go out and vote and see who, and vote for the people, not the other people that just sit around and complain.
They pay more attention to it. They don't. They listen, and they don't all agree with each other. That's never going to be the case. But they are more interested in it and see importance in it and in their vote.
Yeah.
But anyway, and I guess anybody could have guessed that Rick Scott would be the favorite. Although you never know.
No, you don't ever know.
Just like Nan Rich with in the Democrat, everybody says Charlie Crystal will win, but you never really know.
I'm forgetting about her.
If you want to be part of this, you are welcome to. 622-WOCA is the number. We'll take a little break, and we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Watch for rough surf and rip currents along the coast through Wednesday. Clouds and sun, breezy and not as hot today with a passing shower or two. Our high 88 to 90. Partly cloudy tonight, a passing shower late near the coast, low 71 to 79. Breezy still tomorrow with clouds and some sun, a thunderstorm in spots, high 88 to 91. Sun and clouds Wednesday, high 88 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Steve Travis.
This weather brought to you by OcalaForSale.com, where you too can be a sellout. Give them a call at 629-1663 or just go to OcalaForSale.com.
I'm a sellout.
Hey Adam, those burgers gonna be done before summer's over?
Maybe. Why? You got big plans for the summer?
Not really. Just the usual, kids hanging around the house. How about you?
Actually, I'm having Joshua get his pilot's license this summer.
What? Is he old enough? Can you really do that in just the summer?
Yeah, you can get your pilot's license at 17, and the summer is plenty of time. Plus, this could be the start to his career as an airline pilot.
That is a great idea. I bet Tyler would love that. Actually, I would too.
You guys should do it.
I don't have time for that. Some of us have to work for a living, you know?
Not you, no. Seriously, they work around your schedule.
Really? That's cool. Where are you going?
Ocala Aviation, at the airport off 60th.
How'd you hear about it?
I heard about it on the radio, then I stopped in. I've got a card if you want the number.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get my phone.
Hurry up, the burgers are burning.
Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead.
861-7484.
Hold on, I missed a number.
Ah, such a slacker. Here it is again. 861-7484.
Excellent. I'm gonna call them now.
How about we eat before you start your new adventure?
That's probably a good idea.
You think?
Locally owned and operated since 1957. We are The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
We should eat our larger meals earlier in the day so we have energy, and eat our smallest meal at night so the body can focus on sleeping. Successful relationships aren't supposed to be perfect. They require vulnerability. Telling yourself that a guy isn't good enough, our expert says you're really just giving yourself an excuse to stop trying. Couples should send 2 texts a day that provoke interest, like, I want to tell you about this cool vacation idea I had.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
WOCA, AM 1370.
96.3. 96.3.
All right, 12 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. So we were talking during the break about Nan Rich running against Charlie Crist. Let's just talk about this for a second because, and I do have the other some information about the 2 ladies running against Rick Scott. After running for governor last year, Charlie Crist has resolutely ignored Democrat Dan Rich. That's a statement from the Tampa Bay Times. Voters will render their verdict tomorrow. Do you think it was fair for him to just jump the gun and start the campaign against Rick Scott? Or should he have been spending time trying to compete against the woman who was running against him in the Democratic Party? The former governor, Charlie Crist, is 58 years old. He's a former governor, Republican turned independent turned Democrat, who's trying to complete a political transformation never before seen in Florida or many other places. Crist has lost ground to Governor Scott in recent polls and will be vastly outspent by him. So he needs to trounce Nan Rich, to dispel any lingering doubts about whether Democrats are comfortable with a former self-described Jeb Bush Republican as their nominee. I would love to hear from somebody who's a true blue Democrat and find out if you are supporting Crist or supporting Nan Rich.
And that would be extremely
Nan Rich is 72 years old. She's been running for nearly 2.5 years as the only, quote, real Democrat for governor. That's been her campaign. She has reminded liberal Democrats that Crist used to call himself pro-life and opposed same-sex marriage and gun control. Well, I'm pro-life.
Mm-hmm.
But
she said used to call himself, though. So
Rich remains unknown to many Democrats, and her shoestring budget has prevented her message from getting through. Yeah, but we as voters, she is on the ballots. You really have to know. I mean, if the best person is on the ballot, and if the primary does, in fact, attract the more educated voters than the general election, and by educated, I don't mean schooling. I mean paying attention to who's on the list.
Yeah.
During his campaign, Crist has gone to Broward County a lot because it's Nan Rich's area. So it's not like he hasn't been fighting her. Mm-hmm. He just hasn't been naming her. He has refused to debate her. Now, that doesn't seem right. He's focusing more on debating Scott.
Arrogant.
Richard Meisel, who lives in Nan Rich's precinct, said, "I like Nan Rich, but I voted for Charlie Crist because he has the best chance of beating Rick Scott." So that might be that might reflect what a lot of people are thinking.
I would hate that, though. I would hate to vote that way. I like to vote, by my conscience. And
Nan Rich is hoping to win tomorrow, of course. She has been running phone banks. Volunteers have fanned out at early voting sites, and she's hoping for a surge of support from women who are especially disgusted by the tone of the attacks between Crist and Scott. And that is an issue for a lot of us, right? Even close to home, Nan Rich has not stirred much enthusiasm, though. Of the 1,300 registered Democrats in Rich's precinct, only 59 had cast early or absentee ballots through Saturday, a sign of low overall turnout. Well, again, this is what I always think is true for a primary.
Yeah.
8%. I'm going to tell you 8%. See if I'm right tomorrow. Well, on Wednesday.
Yeah, it'll be close.
See, I think it's going to be about 8%. That's not good, but that's probably inaccurate. All right, so we talked about Nan Rich. Now let's talk about the other two ladies. These are the two ladies running against Rick Scott.
Yep.
Tomorrow, I mean, Nan Rich has a better chance than these two ladies, I think, although I don't know. Elizabeth Cuevas Neunder's political summary, according to Project Vote Smart, which I figure I could go there and get as unbiased an opinion as possible. She lives in Sarasota. Her religion is Catholic. She was born in Puerto Rico. You probably could guess that she was Hispanic. She's a pretty lady. Her issue positions. Let's look at some positions. On Florida health care. Demographically, our state changes. Oh, my goodness. Our state changes very rapidly. Legislation needs to move as fast as our population ages and grows. This is her statement.
Okay.
As well as remain stable for citizens just coming into the world. It's a very delicate balance. The state should provide a health care program with a strong focus on wellness and disease prevention. I will create a Florida health care task force that will include a wide variety of health care providers. Well, that sounds like what they're all saying.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What else? Her position on gun control. Let's see what she says about that. I support our Constitution's Second Amendment, she says. The American citizen's right to carry arms and to use them responsibly is paramount to a constitutional republic, and it should be cherished. Under my administration, the right to bear arms will be upheld with the highest regard. Again, that's a statement from Elizabeth. What's her name again? Elizabeth Cuevas Neunder's position. Her position on education. This is a big one that should be a big one. Parent, teacher, and student involvement is crucial to achieving higher returns in our marketplace. We need to regain our position among developing nations with higher standards in order to compete in the global economy. Florida must be an equal host, partner, and beneficiary of that success. Education and training are key to make it happen. Okay, that's kind of the same thing here. Everybody say too. So she answered these questions almost with like a political angle. And let's see, one more area. How does she feel about real estate? Many homeowners have fallen victim to a predatory lending with no signs of relief ever being brought to the table. We must ask ourselves why banks would rather sell homes to investors at a substantially reduced value in lieu of working out a repatriation plan with the homeowner. Despite national lawsuits filed against predatory banks and lenders with millions of dollars in fines paid, the problem still goes unchecked. Together we can help bring a viable solution to Florida. Oh, jeez. Well, just
political, yeah.
My thumbnail sketch, it sounds like she's... okay, let's look at the other lady. Her name is Yinka Adeshina. She lives in Tallahassee. She graduated from the College of Pharmacy in Wayne State University back in 1997. Gosh, there's nothing on here about her positions.
Oh gosh.
Just her professional experience and her organizations. Let's see let's see political experience. She was a candidate for the presidency in 2012.
Oh, okay. That takes care of it.
Okay. Wow. She's got no caucus information. She was a pharmacist for CVS Pharmacy. Okay, well, I think Rick Scott's probably going to win that one.
Probably, yeah. They're not strong like Nan Rich is.
Nan Rich is,
you know.
I don't know that I agree with her, though. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but these two ladies, Nan Rich, she's vibrant. She's got a history. She's got opinions, and these two ladies really don't. The first one did, that Cuevas one. She had opinions, but the second one doesn't.
Yeah. Rich has, let's see, one more thing about Nan Rich. The last time a Democrat won the governor's mansion was in 1994 when Lawton Childs narrowly defeated Jeb Bush. The next four Democratic nominees for governor, Buddy McKay in 1998, from here in Ocala, by the way, right?
Yep.
Bill McBride in 2002, isn't he also from here?
Yeah.
Jim Davis in 2006 and Alex Sink in 2010 all failed to generate enthusiasm or evidence of electability to their party's core voters. The one thing I'll say from our perspective, doing a radio show, is that we get bombarded, and I'm guessing you do too, with emails, etc., from the candidates.
Oh, yeah, they're every day.
And we don't bother them too much to come on the air to express something, but every now and then I do. And in the beginning of Governor Scott's governorship, he would call back. He'd come on. We got to know him a little bit.
Yeah.
And in fact, he had my phone number.
His cell number, yes.
Okay. The longer he stayed in office, the less likely it was that we could get him on the air with us. And we never gave him a hard time. We always were just simply asking a question about something that was going on in the news at that time.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, it sort of made me feel, I don't know, I started questioning everything. Let's see. In addition to Rich's criticisms, this is Nan Rich, 28% of her targeted black voters are Democrats. Well, it makes sense. She's a Democrat.
Oh, sure.
$200,000 in radio spots and mailers that played up Chris's former tough on crime nickname, Chain Gang Charlie.
Wow.
Wow, she didn't spend any of it with us.
No, certainly
Have
did
we had
not.
any Nan Rich ads on the air?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't recall any. I mean,
Christ has raised $6.4 million in campaign contributions, nearly 10 times that of Rich. Wow. Rich has raised $666,000. Both Democrats have had cash infusions from Florida's public campaign finance system, which matches individual donations from Floridians. Christ has received $1.2 million of that money, and Rich has received $223,000 of that money.
gosh, isn't that something?
Well, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting tomorrow. One of the things I'm glad of is that our supervisor of elections, Wesley Wilcox, the website that has been there for several years now, has made it really extremely easy for us in the media to have a grasp of what's happening in real time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll be doing that again tomorrow. All right, we'll take a little break and be right back. Charlotte Reed is coming on. She is our pet trendologist.
Yep.
You've seen her on The View, on Fox and Friends, CNN, and some others. Pet safety in the home is her topic, and she'll be talking to us about that in just a bit. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. An explosion at an Illinois recycling plant, killing 2 people.
The plant, Total Metal Recycling in Granite City, Illinois, just northeast of St. Louis, may have been scrapping an old mortar round, a round that it appears was really live. Another person is badly injured and taken to an area hospital. No residual fire at the plant following that explosion.
Fox Radio's Jeff Manasso. An incident resolved at the Fort Lee Army Base in Virginia. The base was on lockdown for a brief period with reports of an active shooter at the base. A suspect, a woman, was injured. She's in custody. No other injuries reported. Many wineries in Napa Valley, California, dealing with some big losses after yesterday's earthquake.
2 4,000-gallon tanks dumped over at one wine cooperative that I know. That's roughly 48,000 bottles of wine gone down the drain.
Fox's Adam Housley in Napa. Dozens of homes and buildings in the region considered unsafe to occupy. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Too many burgers topped with chicken fried steak dipped in nacho cheese would do a number to your arteries. Grime and sludge do the same to your engine, but without that delicious flavor. Luckily, Napa has Seafoam motor treatment for just $7. So with $7, grab some Seafoam at Napa and get your engine's arteries clean. And eat a vegetable every once in a while. Conquer the job with Napa Know-How. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Offer expires 8/31/14.
America was built by people with a few dollars and a dream. And while many don't know it, there's one path to success that still only requires a dream and about $10. That's right. If your dream is to start or grow your business, something as simple as the right business card could make all the difference. And today at Vistaprint.com, you can get 500 full-color business cards for only $9.99. That's right, only $9.99. Just go to Vistaprint.com and enter promo code 2000 at checkout. That's Vistaprint.com, promo code 20.
Alice?
Yes, George?
I'm royalty at Devon Self-Storage, now on Highway 200, across from Hobby Lobby. It says so right here in this letter.
George, I read that letter too, and it's Devon's loyalty rewards. Pay 3 months in advance, get 5% off. Pay 6 months in advance, get 7% off. Pay 12 months in advance and get 10% off.
See, Alice, Devon Self-Storage treats me like royalty. Just call them at 873-0777.
Yes, George, yes.
It's time for Farming Range headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. The National Peanut Board, funded by peanut farmers nationwide with a 1% of value checkoff, said they'll have a budget this year of $8.9 million to promote and research peanuts. That will start up November the 1st, 2014, and that amount of money will be used all the way through October 31, 2015. USDA must approve that budget and their program of work, but that should be no problem. The drought and the heat is the big news in the peanut belt right now. What effect is it having on these peanuts as they are getting close to harvest? Peanuts are being harvested in Florida. They're shipping into the shelling plants already. Their peanuts are doing very well. But in Georgia, the dryland peanuts are in trouble. A USDA official said the infestation of lesser cornstalk borers is a major problem, along with spider mites on these peanuts that are not being watered each day. The shell market price jumped up last week. It was at 45. It's now 47.48 cents a pound, and that may be some indication as some contracts have come out offering to farmers around $425 per ton, but farmers are laying low right now to see how big this crop's going to be before signing any type of a contract. Peanut supply and disappearance reported by USDA says this week that the crop should be around 2,537,500 tons. That is down slightly from last month, but they say the average will be 3,964 pounds per acre. But if the drought continues, we will not make that in the peanut belt. Domestic food is estimated to increase 2.1% next year for use in peanuts. Right now it's running 1.9% after 11 months. Exports is expected to increase a little bit shortly, but it's still too early as the Argentina crop is now being shelled and will be the major competitor with U.S. peanuts in Europe. I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast Ag.
Robin, how do you like my design?
You're designing a box?
That's not a box. It's a doghouse.
Rough draft for your rough? Sounds like you need personal service.
I do?
Yes, to print the blueprints. See Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can print blueprints, notarize permit applications, print and mail out invoices, and even provide great-looking business cards.
Personal Service Center. That's the one on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, right?
Just look for the yellow signs. Your pedigree palace will be a reality in no time.
Need a little assistance? Camelot Chateau is a breath of fresh air and assisted living. Camelot Chateau's beautifully landscaped community, excellent meals, full activity schedule, and loving care provide a place that's the next best thing to home at an affordable price. Schedule a tour by calling 352-629-6077. On October 4th, come for our end of summer fall cookout to support the Alzheimer's Association. Located on Southeast Lakeway Avenue, just north of St. John's Lutheran Church, call 352-629-6077.
It's rodeo time in Florida. The 32nd annual Ocala Shrine Rodeo returns with the best of man, muscle, and a stampede of horsepower. August 29th and 30th, witness America's #1 sport and the greatest show on dirt. Showtime, 7:30 each night at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion. For rodeo information, call 352-402-8808. August 29th and 30th. Don't miss the Ocala Shrine Rodeo.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superioraluminiumdesign.com.
All right, 7 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Monday morning. Let's see. The kids are back in school. The summer is really still here. Maybe you and the dog want to go to the beach.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to take the dog to the beach. I've done this before. Some of the beaches have changed their rule. The Daytona rules, I believe, are that you can walk your dog on the beach now, whereas it used to be forbidden.
Oh, okay.
But you have to be done, I think, by a certain time. Like you can only walk it in the morning.
Oh, okay.
And of course, you have to clean up. But I have here the top 10 dog-friendly beaches in the state of Florida.
Okay.
So let's see if we have any in our area. I don't know how many of you can relate to this. The Fort DeSoto Paw Playground and Beach in St. Petersburg is a dog-friendly beach.
Okay.
They have the Paw Playground. It has a large fenced area for both large and small dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not just going to the beach, but your dog has got a little play area or whatever. We treat our dogs like children, don't we?
Oh, yeah, we do, because we love them.
In Jensen Beach, there's a place called Walton Rocks Dog Beach, which allows you to take your dog off the leash and allow the dog to kind of roam through the area.
Okay.
It's covered picnic tables, restrooms, and plenty of room to roam. And it gets 5 dog biscuits from the organization that rated these things.
Nice.
Which is the bringfido.com.
Yeah.
There's the dog beach in Panama City Beach, the dog-friendly beach at the foot of Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville on the Gulf of Mexico.
Wow.
It's simply just like it sounds. You're allowed to bring your dog. No shade, though, which is not unusual for a Florida beach.
No.
The Smyrna Dunes Beach in New Smyrna Beach. Dogs are welcome there, but you have to have those dogs on a leash. It's a little inlet, which also includes showers, bathrooms, and lots of parking. The park has 5 ecosystems represented within it, elevated boardwalks and picnic pavilions, nature trails, and an observation deck, and dogs are welcome.
Oh, that sounds like a good one.
In Isla Mirada, there's a place called Ann's Beach. It's a very secluded dog beach with plenty of shade, which is different. There are the doggy bags, and I don't mean the kind for extra food, but I mean the kind to pick up after your dog.
Yeah, need to pick up after him.
And there's plenty of fresh water around for the dogs. It is one of the challenges, by the way, when you go to the beach, because the water's all salty, and the dog will drink the salt water.
Yeah. Yeah, we always keep a lot of water for
There's
in
the
Cosmo.
Gulfside Beach in Sanibel. It's also known as Algiers Beach. This is one of the many pet-friendly beaches of Sanibel Island. Algiers Beach, or Gulfside Beach, whatever you prefer, makes a great escape for you and your Fido. Since it's located adjacent to a portion of a nature preserve, dogs are allowed on that beach as well.
Nice.
Dogs are allowed in the Sand Key Dog Park in Clearwater.
Okay.
Sand Key Dog Park in Clearwater. Sand Key Dog Park is located near the beach and has separate sides for small dogs and large dogs. Well, that's interesting.
Very interesting. Good idea.
Haulover Beach in Miami also permits dogs. It's also a clothing optional beach.
That's right. They know how to do it.
You bring your dog, and you don't need to bring a bathing suit.
That's right. Unless you got to pack.
It says here they have several stations for fresh water for the dog, showers, and well, everything else. In Venice, Florida. There's the Brohard Paw Park. It's a dog-friendly beach with dog drinking fountains in this one.
Oh, nice.
We saw the dog drinking fountains on the bicycle trails, remember?
Yes, we did.
There are showers on the decks that are for the dogs only. Low showers that you operate with your feet.
Oh, isn't that cool?
There are even some artificial fire hydrants and leash posts. Well, that's kind of cool.
I like that.
They went all out with this one. And then there's the Bonita Beach Dog Park in Fort Myers.
Okay.
This is a strip of beach land on the outside edge of Lover's Key State Park along the Fort Myers Bonita Springs line. It's an off-leash beach and lets your dog run around. What was that? Where was that place we went to? With the red lighthouse.
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
Ponce
Inlet. Yeah, that was a great beach for dogs.
It's not on this list, but Ponce Inlet will allow you to take dogs. Now, my dog, I don't trust my dog without a leash. I'm afraid my dog will run away.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens at Ponce Inlet is that it's waterlocked at high tide.
Yeah.
So when you go there, the dog has no choice but to stay where you are because you're literally on these little islands.
Yes.
And the water is, it's wading deep. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
But the dog is like, whoa, there's water. I'm not going to go through that.
It's cool.
You can walk like 20 or 30 yards and the water never gets any deeper than your ankles.
Yeah.
Right? But the dog doesn't know that. They just see this big body of water. Whoa!
I'm staying by my master. He's going to take care of me and save me.
So that is a cool one, but at low tide, that same scenario doesn't happen. At low tide, it's all one piece of land. But when the tide comes in, all those little raised sand dunes become like little islands.
Yeah.
And for you and I, that's no big deal. But you can go out there with your dog, and they're not small.
No.
They're the size of a small park, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool.
It's very cool. Really nice.
And the last one I have is in Fort Lauderdale. This is just simply called Dog Beach in Fort Lauderdale. It allows dogs on a leash only.
Uh-huh.
There's a large marked area that is exclusively for the dogs. That doesn't mean you can't be there. It means the dogs can't be anywhere else.
Yeah.
They also provide dog bags and fresh water and beach showers all close by. There's even a city officer on the site that is trained for dog issues, whatever those might be.
Yeah.
So in Charlotte Reed's absence, don't know why she didn't call in, but in Charlotte Reed's absence, I thought I would tell you about some of the places here in Florida. Charlotte Reed, has a home in Sarasota, so I'm sure she's familiar with some of these things. But once again, she has stood us up.
Yes, exactly.
Not called in.
No.
Promised me many times that she'd be in the studio with us.
Right. Hasn't followed through with her promise.
Probably
Promises.
The View called, or
Yeah.
Fox and Friends called, or CNN called, and, they are more important than us.
Exactly.
All right, we'll take a little break, and we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Watch for rough surf and rip currents along the coast through Wednesday. Clouds and sun, breezy and not as hot today with a passing shower or two. Our high 88 to 90. Partly cloudy tonight, a passing shower late near the coast, low 71 to 79. Breezy still tomorrow with clouds and some sun, a thunderstorm in spots, high 88 to 91. Sun and clouds Wednesday, high 88 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Steve Travis.
This weather brought to you by OcalaForSale.com, where you too can be a sellout. Give them a call at 629-1663 or just go to OcalaForSale.com.
WOCA AM 1370.
96.3. 96.3
Are you a mom looking for inspiration? Are you creative? Mamazine.com is a lifestyle blog designed for the local mom to be inspired by the beauty of motherhood while staying current on local events and issues. Visit Mamazine.com today to find events around town, recipes, imaginative play ideas, and more. Mamazine.com.
Let's face it, nowadays it can be hard to find American-made products, and that's something that Cabinet Sales of North Florida is well aware of. That's why they're an authorized dealer of Wellborn Cabinetry, family-owned and American-made since 1961. Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your answer for complete turnkey kitchen remodels and whole house cabinetry. Their cabinets are finished with solvent-based enamels for a long-lasting finish that's second to none. Available in an incredible selection of door styles and colors to choose from to turn your dream kitchen into a reality. In-house design and drawing services are available. Come by and see our displays for yourself at the Floors of the Villages, 3935 County Road 216 in Oxford, or Exquisite Design Kitchen and Bath in Bellevue, right across the street from the Bellevue Library. So whether you're looking for bookcases, kitchen, bath, or outdoor kitchen, Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your one-stop source of quality cabinets. For a free estimate, call 352-427-2647. That's 352-427-2647. Cabinet Sales of North Florida.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
We should eat our larger meals earlier in the day so we have energy, and eat our smallest meal at night so the body can focus on sleeping. Successful relationships aren't supposed to be perfect. They require vulnerability. Telling yourself that a guy isn't good enough, our expert says you're really just giving yourself an excuse to stop trying. Couples should send 2 texts a day that provoke interest, like, I want to tell you about this cool vacation idea I had.
Intelligent.